Hi everyone, and welcome to a new video. In this video, I will be speaking about the 5 love languages and how you can best express them to your partner or boo during this pandemic season that we're all in. The season has really taken a toll on relationships. Whether you and your boo live together or have decided to quarantine together, that I'm sure it's brought up a lot of things, right? You're learning a lot about each other that you may have never known. And for those of you who may have not seen your partner or boo in a long time because of actual distance or social distance, it's really hard to figure out how you can show up for each other, right? And so I hope that this will be helpful and useful to you in this time. So, to give some context, the 5 love languages were made super famous by Gary Chapman, who wrote a book about them. A love language is the way in which each of us like to receive and or give love. Understanding love languages, I think, is super helpful in relationships, especially when you want to create a healthy one, because oftentimes our relationships don't work out or fail because each of us are trying to give love to the opposite person. We're trying to give love to each other, right? But we're not giving it in the way that the person likes to receive it. And that causes a lot of confusion, it causes arguments, and it causes a lot of misunderstanding. So, now that that's out the way, let's get started. I'm going to go through each love language and share some tips that I have. Let's get going. The first love language is physical touch. And my suggestion is send your boo an item that will remind them of you. Be creative and add a little fragrance if you can. And if you live together, a romantic massage always hits the spot. Be sure to add oil. The next love language is words of affirmation. My suggestion, begin every morning with a good morning text and end every night with a good night text. Use your time of communicating to one another to become amazing storytellers. Speak about your day with excitement and listen to your partner's day with eager ears. If you're married or live together, I appreciate you, I love you, and thank you go a long way. The next love language is quality time. My suggestion, plan weekly virtual dates, cook together, watch a movie at the same time, or play a fun game, virtual of course. Get to know each other so well that it feels like you're in the same room together. If you're married and you live together, turn off all technology and do something together. No distractions, just you and your love. The next love language, gifts. My suggestion, it is really easy to hop on Amazon or send an edible arrangement. Instead, be creative, create something personal. And if you're listening to this and you don't think that you have not one creative bone in your body, be sure that whatever gift you decide to order and send to your boo, make sure it is personalized to who they are and what you like most about them. Show that there's effort, right? Show effort. Show that there's consideration. Show that you've been listening to your conversations that you've been having with one another. Speak. Allow the gift to speak to their future. That was really deep. Sorry, I'm a Pisces. Also, if you're married or living together, my suggestion is have a surprise gift mailed to your house. Even though we live together, doesn't mean that we can't surprise one another. Last but not least, we have acts of service. My suggestion, there is so much going on in the world and it affects each of us differently. If your partner's love language is acts of service, don't be afraid to ask if there's anything that they need. If they don't need anything, remember that listening to someone is the most amazing act of service there is. If you're married and living together, help out around the house without having to be reminded or asked. Remember, a clean home equals great intimacy. I hope that these suggestions were helpful, useful, and make this time, which is so tough for so many of us, just make it a lot more loving, caring, intentional, and a little fun. Again, thank you for watching. Please comment, share, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks again. Later.